Hello and welcome back to the Data Privacy Lawyer. My name is Funmi Owolabi and I'm the principal attorney. Today's review we're going to be looking at AI. And I thought the value of looking at this is because this relates to the chatbot. So many of the AI reviews we've done in the past have talked about AI features in general, but this one specifically talks about the chatbot. Now, I'm just going to scroll over their platform. It looks like they have something cybersecurity related because we've got network detection and response, and then we've also got zero-day detection. So I'm not sure about the types of components, the types of personal data identifiers that are being ingested, but I will say something. Generally, when it comes to network detection, we're looking at things called logs, access logs, metadata logs, lots of different logs. Let me tell you a bit about logs. A log, it basically gives insight to whether it's the IT team or security team. They basically get to see what type of information is going across the network. Let's say you're an Enterprise A. Enterprise A has 3 different legal entities, one located in China, one located in the States, and one located in Brazil. So let's just say entity A has a network. There's 3 different entities that can access all the different repositories so we can keep the business running. The log information is going to detail over the network what people are accessing, what people are reviewing, what types of documents are being accessed, what types of repositories, all of the details of all of the transfers of information within the organization are being spread out throughout the network. And what these logs do is they capture an action. So let's say I click this. Let me give a better example. If I was to open a document that's being shared by my friend, and my friend is located in England, and I click on the link, there is a log that shows, hey, Funmi Owolabi just clicked this link. She did it at 8 a.m. in the morning. She's located in the United States. She clicked on the link 3 times, okay? That might be the log information. But all of that information might identify me because it might have an IP address. Now, the types of informations that are contained within the log, generally, I've seen in my experience, and maybe a security expert could prove me, say something different in the comments, but generally these logs do identify individuals because they contain personal data. Every log is different based on what an organization needs it for. The reason I spent a million minutes on this is because I'm very interested in the AI chatbot feature here. I'm not sure if they're referring to this one. Let me click it. All right, it may be this, and we'll see that in a moment. But we've got here the terms of use associated with the AI chatbot. The one thing I really want to know is, okay, here we go. These chatbot terms of use by and between the company and its affiliates outline the terms applicable to your use and access of AI-powered chatbots on the website. So I'm on the website and I presume that that includes this. So basically what they're giving me an insight is to, they have clarified the scope of 1, the AI tool, and 2, who the intended audience is. I've talked a lot in almost every single review how audience is very important. So they've talked about the audience here. If you're visiting the website and you use the chatbot, this terms of use is for you. So this terms of use is for me. And actually, let's just use it so we can confirm, right? I'm looking for product information. Okay. And then we've got some insights here. Okay. Let's just say. So I've used it now. So the terms of use definitely apply to me. So the one thing I wanted to say is, you see this? Right, audio. Now, I'm not going to click it, but the value in seeing this here is because we know 2 things. 1, this AI tool, I could type in my name, and now my name is ingested by the AI tool. That's the first thing. The second thing is they've got the microphone, which means that I could potentially send an audio message, and that would also be ingested by this tool. So you can also put in your business email address, which we know is personal data. This is privacy in practice. So essentially, the use and functionality of the AI chatbot should align with the terms of use. Now, the other caveat that I want to talk about here is whether or not, or maybe this would be a question that I would ask if I was their counsel, is this chatbot also available to enterprise customers? Because I'm just an individual, right? But are enterprise customers also utilizing this chatbot feature via these websites? Now, one thing that I always ask clients to do is not only list the URLs, but give me insights into how they work. Now we see they've got a portal. Does the portal also have the chatbot, which basically means that this write a message situation and this microphone situation, if I was to record an audio, would be ingested by the tool. Now, the enterprise customers might want to note how it influences their own privacy program. So customers like website visitors like myself, we can use it. And then also enterprise customers may also want to know how the features influence or impact their own privacy program. Because the customer has its own privacy notice. Customer has their own privacy policy. Customer has their own employee privacy notice, right? Customer needs to see, does the terms of service for this third party align with what I'm doing and what is acceptable for my business? Okay, let's keep going. General information, the chatbot is automated by this third party. I love that they've listed who the third party is. Sometimes you'll see generic information by organizations and it'll say something like, we use third-party providers to facilitate our AI features. Okay, from a transparency perspective, it's important for customers to know who those third parties are. Because if those third parties are listed or are headquartered in geographies that are considered restricted, then that would be problematic for a customer. I'm not going to click it. We're going to look at the information. Let's talk about our favorite word at the firm, privacy. If you provide or share any personal information with the chatbot, you agree to this. So this is not a privacy policy review. It's an AI review. Now, I talk a lot about the overlap between artificial intelligence and privacy. I put my name into the chatbot, so now it's been ingested. Now, between reviewing as a consumer, right, they've just told me that if I provide my information, so probably I should have reviewed the privacy policy first to see if I agree, but I've already provided my information. See that? I didn't read the privacy policy before I clicked this, so now I'm at the mercy and I've agreed. You see that? So the first thing as a consumer is read the privacy policy before you provide any of your information. And you hereby consent to the processing of your personal data in accordance with this. So I haven't read this, but this could say something that I don't agree to, which is why it's important for consumers to read these things. It shouldn't just be privacy lawyers reading these privacy policies. Consumers should read them too, so they understand what they're agreeing to. Because I don't know what I've agreed to now, and I've already put my information in. You further agree that if you provide any contact information to the chatbot, you understand this company may send you email communication. So we saw that. Go back to this. I'm connecting you to someone who can assist you. Please provide a business email address in case we get disconnected. You might be wondering why the company has put business email address. Companies look at things from a risk perspective. Now, I can't talk exclusively to this organization because I don't know everything about them. One of the considerations a business might have on only collecting business email addresses is to lower the level of risk. If they're collecting a personal email address and something was to go wrong, let's say a data breach or a bad actor or something like that, the repercussions on that incident could influence the responsibilities that an organization has, which is why generally it's considered a bit lower risk to process business email addresses, because generally that information is available publicly online. So like if you go to my website, you'll see my email address. That's publicly available online. If there was to be a breach and someone had my business email address, the risk is lower because I've already made that publicly available on the internet. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed my analogy and a discussion on this notice. If you have comments or any queries about what I've said, leave a comment below and I'll see you in another review.